Hey guys, Carrie at American Arbitrage here, and I want to take you along thrifting with me and show you some stellar finds that I found at the thrift shop. Here we are at the most important part of thrifting at the DI. It's when they bring out the new carts. They typically bring them out from when they open around 9 all the way to about 3:30. And this is when they bring out the fresh merchandise. Everybody, all the regulars, we're pretty much all pickers. A few people buy for themselves. We're all here ready to buy some stuff, find some treasures. So they're telling us right here. I would have left this on, but unfortunately the music in the background wouldn't let me. So they don't want you touching it until it stops. Looking through these games, and unfortunately there really was not anything amazing, but I did find something else, and I will show you right now. I found quite a few action figures. I love action figures because they are cheap and expensive and easy to ship. This is a Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. He initially had like a cape and stuff, 75 cents. In that condition, I should get 5 or 6. I don't mind because I like selling toys. I'll make a few bucks because I enjoy it. This is a Ninja Turtle motorcycle. A lot of times with the vehicles, they come, separate, so they're harder to find separate, so I buy them. And then I found 3 Ninja Turtles that I end up getting here. I probably have about 10 or 15, and every now and then I will make a massive lot. I try to sell them in smaller lots at first, but later on I do massive lots. A Monster Jam and a John Deere type vehicle here, but I didn't get either of those. Heading back for a second look at all the carts that came out. A lot of times people will put stuff back. Here's a Maidenhead Toys R Us rubber dinosaur. It had a cut in the leg there. Here's one in better condition. These go for like 10 to 20 bucks plus shipping. They're heavy. They're a little awkward. I found this one as well as a Triceratops in this other cart. I could have made money on them eventually, but I decided against it. Now that Coca-Cola lampshade looks really cool. I picked it up. I was thinking about buying it, no problem. Would have been an easy one to sell if it was glass, but it's plastic. So I didn't end up buying that. There is a foot soldier. It's a more modern, I think, 2002 foot soldier. I could just go in a lot with my other Ninja Turtles. Not bad at all. Here is a Transformer guy. It was $1. I passed on him as well. I maybe should have got him. I've had really rough luck with Transformers in general. Sometimes they're hard to identify. This one's obviously Optimus Prime, but usually I have trouble moving them, and I don't know why, but they're just tough. That and My Little Pony for some reason. Off to another great section of the thrift store, the media section, the CD, DVD, book on CD section. PS3, when I started 8-9 years ago, was obviously much hotter now. Most of the games are not worth it. Occasionally you'll find a good one, though. I sell a lot of Books of Mormon on CD. This is the Spanish version, Libro de Mormon. It's just wasn't worth my time on that one. So I'm looking for some treasures. They just moved all the stuff here at my local Deseret Industry, and it's as you can tell with the DVDs, they didn't really alphabetize them. They color-coded them, so it looks kind of interesting, like a rainbow. This match is sealed. I honestly had a hunch that it might have been bootleg, to be honest with you, so I like to stay away anytime I see something like that. I don't want to deal with bootlegged stuff. I could be wrong. It may not be bootlegged, but I stayed away from it. So we are going to go look at another one of my little, hidden sections I think a lot of people don't check, which are the water bottles. There's a lot of cool stuff. I love sports-related stuff. I couldn't find anything today that was really worth my time, so I didn't end up buying anything in this section. Then we go on to the mugs. I love the mugs. Mugs do take a little bit to sell, but the best part about mugs is they're inexpensive. It's a great place to start, that and plush. You can typically get stuff for 50 cents, dollar range, and it'd be worth $10 to $15, $20. It may sit for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months. It may sell right away, but it's a great inexpensive place to look for stuff. I love sports. I love vintage when it comes to mugs, and I don't usually find anything in the plateware, but there's the plateware. Here we are in the plush stuffed animal section of the DI. The DI just has a massive stuffed animal plush section, and here I found this really unique green 90s Taz. It's not, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of got it's one of the harder type stuffed animals. It was a large, like 16-inch one. A little bit different. I liked it. I looked it up. It was something that was worth my time. I think it's worth about 15, 20 bucks. Went to look a little bit more thoroughly. I oftentimes don't look as thoroughly in this section as I should, and I'm sure that I leave quite a few items behind that I could sell. I was wondering if that was Jeffrey, the Toys R Us giraffe. It was not. There's, a lot of ones that you see over and over again, certain types. When I first started, One of my favorite things to look for was Kohl's Cares for Kids plushes. That was one of the things I bought everyone I could get. They've went down a little bit. That has a tag that, you know, honestly was more generic than anything, so I didn't end up getting that. But back to the Kohl's plushes, I used to get those all the time, and they did really, really well for me, but they've gone down in value a little bit, and just for the size, I don't want to deal with an $8, $9, $10, $11 shipped item. Lou Rankin, that is a great brand for stuffed animals. I think it's Dakin, and Lou Rankin is the kind of the artist who makes these. That one I did put in my cart. I ended up not getting it. I probably should have, but I ended up getting quite a few things today, so I didn't get that. Here's another thing. You know, I love the audio CD books. This is a LDS book series about just people from the Book of Mormon, basically. They were $1 a piece, completely there, so I decided to get them so that I could lot them up. I believe I can get 10 to 15 on that lot fairly easily. Off to the electronics section. You know, everybody's going to tell you about the electronic pencil sharpeners. If you're in a pinch, get them if they're a couple bucks, but really they're not the best. They're not quite what they used to be. I'm looking at these, a Rock Band mic and stuff. I decided to pass on those as well. Another round of carts are coming out. They've been bringing 3 out at a time lately, which is amazing. It helps spread us pickers out so we all get a chance to get an item or two to resell. I am going to follow this cart at this point. Obviously, I'm kind of looking to see what's on the cart, what I might be interested in grabbing. And then I'm going to move on to the 2 carts to the left of me that are coming out at the same time. And I did find a few things, none of which I ended up getting, unfortunately. These at $4 a piece. They're metal surfing signs. Not the right time of year. Not easy to ship. Not something I really can move locally either. So I decided to pass on those. There's a porcelain doll in there. In the cart, you can see that I decided against as well. This is a little mixing set. I only picked it up because it said Deseret Book, which is a local bookstore. I thought that was a little unique, but at $3, at $1 I might have bought it, but at $3 I decided to pass. Also, this is a Build-A-Bear shark with a little shark suit right there. I decided to pass on him as well. I believe he was more than $1. I can't see the tag there, but I believe he was more than $1, and that's why I passed, but he is Build-A-Bear. Now, I do fairly often check the clothes section, but if I'm being completely honest, I really only focus on sports-related stuff because that's what I'm interested in. So I'm looking for jerseys. That's a Utah Ute jersey, just not quite worth my time. I don't find a lot often, but I do enjoy looking for that kind of stuff. I like the sweatshirts, the vintage jackets as well, like the starter jackets. Here's a Kevin Durant jersey, which obviously he doesn't play for OKC anymore, so it's pretty much worthless. But they have the circular racks, which is a little bit of an interesting setup. I think it makes it a little easier. I thought that was Duke, but it's a local high school team, I believe. I thought these were really neat. I thought they might be worth a little bit. These are college-themed khakis for college football, I believe. And this is the Missouri Tigers, which is, you know, interesting that it's in Utah. I thought it was it was $10, but I would have bought it if I could get, you know, 25 or 30 at least for it. But it's not worth a heck of a lot more than $10, so I passed on it. Another round of carts coming out. This round, I did find quite a few decent items on. I grabbed this whole stack of video games. I like to grab them all and then go through them one by one, see their condition, and also see what they're worth. I did only end up getting 3 of them because of condition and value. I did get this Mario Strikers. That's a $35 game. I sold it immediately for $30. I took an offer plus shipping. This Disney Skates, about a $20, $25 game. I got that. Forza Horizons is a decent game. I think about 10 or 15 I bought that. And this Godzilla Unleashed I bought as well. That's about a $30, $35 game. You want NCAA 14, that's 13. So that one I did not buy. Simpsons Road Rage I thought was worth a little more. It was not worth it. SimCity Creator, not quite worth it as well. And the Strikers for Wii is worth like $8 or $9. So it was a pretty decent day at the Thrift. That was a couple days ago. I'm actually down in St. George heading to Vegas tomorrow. I have a garage sale, estate sale video that I'm working on right now that will be out sometime early next week, so keep an eye out for that. But I had a pretty good day. I already sold right away. I sold that Mario Strikers on GameCube for $30 plus shipping. So I think that was more than what I paid for everything. So I'm already in the green, ready to go and make some more money. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe down below if you liked what you watched. And please comment. Let me know what you've found recently that has made you a bit of money. Thank you guys. Take care.